This Thursday night edition of 4FSU Weather. I'm student meteorologist Shane Pendleton.
And I'm student meteorologist Matthew Reagan. We've got a lot going on today, not so much in the weather, but really around campus. It's a lot of buzz about this game weekend.
Oh, absolutely. This October 16th in particular was quite calm, clear, and beautiful around Tallahassee, and everyone's all excited for college game day this weekend.
Yep, that's the big celebration weekend. College game day is back once again, twice this year, which is really something unheard of around a college campus.
Oh yeah, 3 times if you count their presence at our away game earlier this year.
That's true, that's true.
Yes, and the weather could not be better. We'll have more of that throughout the show. In fact, we've got something rather unusual in our 7-day forecast. You'll have to stick around to find out exactly what that is.
Yeah, it's looking really just gorgeous out there today. If you weren't outside at all, I would recommend you get outside, but you definitely have time to do it, that's for sure.
Yeah, if not today, well, sunset's coming on pretty quickly in a few minutes. We've got a beautiful day in store tomorrow. And to give you an overview of the show tonight, let's throw it out to Paxton at the wall.
Thanks, guys. I hope everyone's having a terrific Thursday today because I sure am. The weather is absolutely beautiful. It's a great day to go outside. And you can see from satellite radar, there is nothing in this area at all. It's nice and clear. The sun's sticking around. Those clouds are absolutely gone. So it's fantastic to actually go outside today because this does not happen very often for us this time of year. We have to usually wait a little bit longer. But our temperatures are 79 degrees in Tallahassee, so you can see that our temperatures are quite a bit cool compared to what they have been these past couple of days. And this trend will be continuing into tomorrow and throughout the weekend. For tonight, it's going to be 49. It's going to be cool, calm. Make sure you have that jacket with you. And also have that jacket with you tomorrow morning as well. And also for that Notre Dame game, which we are all so excited about. And I'm sure many of us are going to be attending game day. It's going to be a beautiful weekend, no rain chances for the week, and the temperatures are going to be in the low 80s. So we're going to have some mild temperatures. Our lows are going to be cool as well. So again, make sure you have those jackets with you because you will be getting a little bit cold as these morning lows are in those low to mid 50s. But for right now, we're going to send it back over to the desk.
All right, thank you, Paxton, very much. It's really looking nice out there, but for that weather history, we've got a little bit to talk about.
Yeah, it's our favorite segment here at FSU Weather, and we're going to turn the clock back 101 years ago today to San Francisco.
Wow, so tell us, Shane, what happened in San Francisco 101 years ago?
Well, 101 years ago, the temperature soared to, get this, 101 degrees, that's Fahrenheit, mind you, and it set a record for the month of October for the city of San Francisco.
Wow, that is really hot. We haven't seen many temperatures like that here lately, especially moving on into the rest of the week, that's for sure.
Yeah, and we're very grateful for that. Now, bringing you the hot and the cold of it, in 1987, we had some chilly temperatures in the southeast.
How cold did it actually get?
Well, Augusta, Georgia reported a morning low of 34 degrees on October 16th in 87, and that marked the 3rd straight morning of record lows.
Wow. Hopefully we won't see anything extremely cold like that here, but I don't think we will in the next couple of weeks.
No, it's going to be chilly, but not quite that chilly. Now let's find out exactly how chilly in the local.
All right. Yep, Shane, we've got really just beautiful weather all around the area here. It's really looking like a great time to get outside. Today's almanac looks like this. We saw a high of 79 degrees and a low of 50, which really is just something beautiful to have once again around this area. And the average, we're just a little bit cooler than average, which I'm really excited to see. We're bringing out those long sleeve shirts for the first time, and I think we're going to be able to keep them out this time as well. Current conditions as you walk outside, if you're going to take your picture by the game day stage or you're going to do your normal Thursday evening rituals, it's 79 degrees, it's 29% humidity and 44 degrees in the dew point. Really, all this means is just get outside. It's beautiful out there. The winds, it's a little bit breezy, so watch out. Your hair may get blown around a little bit, but really it's just absolutely beautiful. The local radar is looking like this. No matter where I stand, I can't block any rain because we don't have any rain on the radar. Just a little bit of clutter up here to the north of us, but definitely a different picture than from the last time I was here broadcasting when we were during the severe weather event. So I'm really happy to see this in the Big Bend region, that's for sure. The satellite really tells much of the same story. It's clear, and once again, no matter where I stand, except unless I stand over the cold front that went through us, we don't see anything here in the southeast. Everywhere is looking great. Little Rock, Tupelo, Montgomery, Atlanta, all the way down to Miami even. you're looking fantastic outside. So the entire peninsula of Florida is really benefiting from this cold front that pushed through. Current temperatures around the region, like I said, 79 here in Tallahassee, 75 in Monticello, really just the 70s across the board. The warm spots are in upper 70s, 79. Possibly we saw a couple 80s out there earlier as well, but really nothing that bad. The futurecast, it's really not too difficult today. High pressure is dominating our entire weather for quite a long time. High pressure moves in and it starts to sweep out, and we are a little bit of a warm up as we move into the rest of the work week early next week, but really nothing too crazy. Maybe lower to mid 80s, and then another high pressure here once again building in to really clear us out. But moving forward into tonight, you may want to take a jacket outside because it could be in the upper 40s, which we haven't seen here in a while. We've seen some areas approaching the upper 40s, but we might actually get to that here tonight. So if you have any evening plans, take a jacket outside. The winds are looking very calm, so that won't be an issue at all. And then tomorrow looks like this. 80 degrees is your high. See this sun? There's going to be so much sun out there. You may even need sunscreen. Well, maybe not that bad, but you know, it's going to be great. So 80 degrees is the high, so it's going to be nice and comfortable. Super sunny, mild day. Winds are going to be near 5 miles per hour. So once again, another beautiful day here in Tallahassee. And your 7-day looks like this. Really, we haven't seen this. Shane was mentioning before at the desk, we haven't seen a 7-day like this in a long time. Look at this, clear, sunny skies all throughout the week. But now we're going to send it over to Paxton to take a look at maybe some possibilities of more cool weather.
We do have some possibilities of cool weather, and that will be sticking around for some time, as you saw from our 7-day. Today's high temperatures are 79 in Tallahassee, 69 in Atlanta, so you can see that we're in the 60s, 70s across the region, so we could definitely feel the impact of the cold front and the cool weather and dry air it is bringing us for these next couple of days. Currently it is 78 in Tallahassee, so we are beginning to cool down right now. We already reached our peak temperature for the day, so it's just going to be getting cooler, so make sure you do bring those jackets with you if you decide to go out tonight. Radar and satellite showing absolutely clear, and as I move over, you could see the effects of the cold front just pushing on out into the middle of the Atlantic. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. We don't have to worry about any rain or anything in our area for today and tomorrow, especially game day. And as you can see from the water vapor, you can see this pocket of dry air in southern Florida. We are already feeling the effects of this dry air, but now South Florida has the chance to feel that dry air as well. It's a nice bit of relief. We don't have to worry about that humidity or the mugginess associated with this weather we've been having for quite some time. For our watches and warnings, you can see that we have a tropical storm warning in just west of Bermuda. But you cannot see from this map, but there is also a hurricane warning as well for the western parts of Bermuda. So if you know anyone in Bermuda, give them a call. Make sure they're doing okay, because Gonzalo is quite the storm as of right now. Futurecast is showing that we had like a little bit of moisture in our area, but all of that's gone for these next couple of days. It's just moving on out of here. We don't have to worry about that. Don't have to worry about ponchos, umbrellas, anything like that. For tonight, 40 in Tallahassee. Very cool for us. Nice and dry. We have to have our sweatshirts because we're not used to these kinds of temperatures right now. We're used to these 60s, not the 40s. And for tomorrow, it's a high of 83. So you could have, it's going to be cool in the morning. So make sure you have layers, because you will need to take those layers off as you go on into the day, since it will be nice and sunny. But we're going to just hand this back on over to the desk for one final take with Shane and Matt.
Thanks, Paxton. And now we're going to turn our attention to something that deserves our attention in the central Atlantic. That's Hurricane Gonzalo.
Yes, Hurricane Gonzalo has really turned into a beast of a storm over the last couple days, and really it's going to be giving Bermuda a bit of a blow.
Indeed, with current wind speeds of 145 miles per hour and a minimum pressure of 942 millibars, Gonzalo is a major hurricane ranked a Category 4. And here's a few history facts for everyone. It's the first Category 4 hurricane the Atlantic Basin has seen since Ophelia in 2011, and with its minimum pressure is the strongest hurricane since Igor in 2010.
It's definitely not a storm to be messed with. And as Paxton was saying earlier, if you do have friends or relatives in Bermuda, you should probably give them a call just to make sure that they've got a plan in place for this really just a powerful storm.
Absolutely. Matt will be bringing us more on Gonzalo in the Tropics segment later in the show, but let's throw it out to our team leader, Zach, for a look around the country.
Hey guys, our current temperatures, well, they're looking nice across the country. 80s down south, but this is what I'm really liking. These 60s, 62 in Billings, 69 there in Denver, and 77 in Kansas City. So we did see this cold front sweep through the eastern half of the United States. You can see the 67 in D.C., 67 in Atlanta, and 78 here in our fair capital of Tallahassee. But there is that gradual warming trend that you saw on the local, where it said that we would see some warming over the next few days. Well, it's evident in the regions that got the cold front before us that there is a warming. Here's our temperature change map to even prove it to you. +9 in Kansas City, +4 in Memphis, +5 in Dallas. That means you've gone up 9, 4, 5 degrees this time 24 hours ago. But there is yet another cold front sweeping in from Canada, -6 in Billings, -15 in Salt Lake City. So there is still cold air across the region. We're even watching yet another system coming off the Pacific coast, and we'll mention that in just a second. Across most of the nation, storms they have gone down. We're watching just a few storms over near Minneapolis, and also towards the northeast. You can see just that remnants of that cold front associated with Boston and Newark earlier today. Had some airport delays up to 30 minutes. Zooming in a little closer, just a little more, zooming on into Boston. Boston seeing a minor airport delay as well. We've actually been seeing hit and misses with your airports across the eastern part of the country. But besides that, once that cold front pushes out, just a few scattered showers left around Pennsylvania, and it's going to push over closer to Allentown, actually. Allentown, Pennsylvania, getting a few spotty storms. We head out towards the Midwest, and we're looking at our next system, just a minor one, but this is what's bringing in some of that colder air that we saw closer to Salt Lake City, North Dakota, starting to see just a great defined spin right here with our rainfall. That really indicates a low pressure system. You can see that anti-cyclonic, I don't think you guys want to hear that. That low pressure spin, it's spinning anti-clockwise. Here's our watches and warnings though, across the nation, pretty empty. We are watching just a few flash flood warnings up near Boston and flash flood watches. That's what we were dealing with a few days ago closer to Tallahassee. Now also you see just a little remnants of that tropical storm warning, and also, like Paxton was pointing out, the hurricane warning as well. Miami is the only real airport with delays at 23 minutes, but that should be going down shortly. Tonight we're looking at 68 in Miami, 60 in Dallas, cool 36 in Billings, and tomorrow 60 in Billings, 71 in Salt Lake, 90 in Phoenix, and 83 in sunny here in Tallahassee. We're going to send it off, though, to Shane with our second local.
Thanks, Zach. Well, I'm glad to see that there isn't too much severe weather across the whole country right now, and certainly none to speak of here in the capital city of Florida. It's 78 degrees, the skies are partly cloudy, and the humidity is only at 30%. So it is so comfortable outside right now. I encourage everyone to take advantage of this time to enjoy it. And if you can't get out tonight, that's okay. It's going to be a carbon copy tomorrow and for several days to follow. Actually, it's very peculiar to see this, so we're going to live up every moment of it. Again, 78 in Tallahassee, it's 75 in Monticello, 79 up in Bainbridge, and about the same out at the coast, 78 in St. Mark's and Carabel. So pretty much a carbon copy across the whole Big Bend region. 70s is the story. Dew points are very comfortable as well. 44 degrees in Tallahassee, 53 degrees in Monticello, and a little bit more moist, 51 degrees in Apalachicola. They're just being affected by a little sea breeze. The higher these temperatures are, the more moisture is in the air right now, and they're comfortably low right now. So taking a look at all that nothing on the map, there it is. All that nothing over Tallahassee. We're under what we like to call a big bubble of no trouble. Barely even any clouds moving through the region right now. Just gorgeous skies. And to prove to you that this is pretty much going to continue for the next few days, there's that high pressure system, the center of our no trouble bubble. And it's going to scoot offshore for a little bit, but it's going to remain beautiful in the tri-state region. We're going to have temperatures warming a little bit, not to uncomfortable 90s, in fact, just to mid-80s for the most part, which is actually warm enough that in the afternoon we can sit out under a tree in the shade on Landis Green and actually feel comfortable, no chill at all in the air. So let me step out of the way so you can see exactly what we've got in store for you overnight tonight. Check that. 49 degrees in Tallahassee. We've broken into the 40s finally. So tomorrow morning you're certainly going to want a light jacket as you get up for your early morning classes. For overnight right now, it's going to be cool and calm. And that calm wind is going to let us get even cooler than we would otherwise. The warm air will not be mixing in with any of the cold. It'll just be chilly. So over the day tomorrow, we're going to climb up to a seasonable high of 80 degrees. It's going to be mild overall. Just another gorgeous day like today, save for 1 or 2 degrees warmer. So let's break down exactly what we're going to see tomorrow, this wonderful Friday. Again, cold as we get up for classes, getting up to about 74 degrees by lunchtime, again 80 in the mid-afternoon. And the 7 days again, there you go, that 7 days of sunshine with highs in the 80s and lows in the 50s. Now it's time to hand it over to Zach and Paxton for some more interesting information.
That 7 day looks marvelous.
It does. I really love this cool weather.
Yes, and the cool weather is actually going to continue, Paxton. Like I was pointing out on my national, you do have yet another system that's going to be filtering in to the Midwest in the next few days, bringing some cooler temperatures.
Yeah, 5 to 10 degree temperature drop for them, so they're already kind of cool out there, so they're just going to be getting a whole lot cooler for them.
A whole lot cooler, and not only that, but this has been one of the earlier cool spells that we've seen this year across the nation. A lot of the cities across the U.S. have actually been falling 5 to 10 degrees cooler about a month earlier than they normally do.
Especially for us here in Tallahassee as well, especially with the cold front we had about 2 weeks ago and the one that we had yesterday. Our temperatures are not as cool as compared to this new Midwest cold front, but still cool for us Tallahassee folks anyway.
It's cool for us. I'll take these low 80s over the 90s. But let's send it out to around Florida right now. Checking out our satellite and radar. I'm telling you, guys, this is picture perfect weather for the state of Florida. Nothing on the weather. We're looking at satellite that's showing literally no clouds. Current conditions, sun everywhere. 84 sunny in Miami, 79 in Colorado, 78 in Tallahassee, cloudy. 78 in Pensacola though, and 74 in Jacksonville. Our dew points in the 40s as well. 42 in Pensacola, 44 in Tallahassee, 52 in Jacksonville, and 57 in Orlando. These are pretty decent dew points, actually. We're looking at dew points that are pretty dry, 61 in West Palm Beach. The drier the dew point, the better it is. Now, we're also seeing water vapor that's showing dry conditions. You can see a lot of this orange. This is representing all that dry air across the nation, or across the state of Florida, excuse me, and this white and green, well, that's actually a lot of moisture, and it makes sense. Look at where we were talking about the cold front earlier, draping just off the coast of Florida. That's going to push off Hurricane Gonzalo as well, as we were talking about, but that's going to push all that rainfall that we saw with that cold front. So it makes sense why our water vapor imagery is setting it up this way. We're seeing all those oranges, which represent the dry colors. Radar, I mean, it's beautiful. I step off, like Matt was saying, it doesn't matter where we stand because we aren't picking up any rain. All this green is just false returns or ground clutter, as we like to call it in the biz. So it's nothing to worry about. Trust me, it's not rainfall. We are looking at a beautiful radar. And it's the same thing across Jacksonville and Daytona. Across this radar tour that we're taking on the state of Florida, it's a pretty dry state. We needed it too after all that rainfall, Orlando recorded almost 2 inches of rain, at least at my aunt's house in Orlando, recording very close to 2 inches of rainfall. Heading down south as well towards Miami, just a few lingering showers off the coast of the Keys, but Miami is looking dry. West Palm Beach is quite dry as well. Here's one last look at the state of Florida. Oh, there we go. Okay, well, our Futurecast also a computer model that shows us whether rain's coming into our future. Watch the state of Florida. Really no rainfall. Just a little bit closer to the Keys on Friday night. Just a few pop-up showers here and there. But the state of Florida is looking dry for this weekend. Tonight, we're looking at 63 in West Palm Beach, 68 in Miami, and we're also looking at 74 in Key West. Tomorrow, 83 in Tallahassee, 82 in West Palm Beach. And for the first time in a long time, that entire Florida has suns. Tons of suns. And we're going to send it off to Matt for maybe not as sunny forecast with our tropics look.
Do get a little bit crazy here in the tropics. Over the last few days to the last couple weeks, we've really seen an explosion of tropical activity in the Atlantic as well as the Pacific and really across the world. We've seen Vong Fong about a week ago, which was a super typhoon, one of the most powerful on record, and now we have something in the Atlantic that is worth noting. Here's the Atlantic right now. We have our cold front that passed through us here, and then here is where we have our next very serious system. This is Hurricane Gonzalo. Hurricane Gonzalo is currently a major hurricane that will be bearing down on Bermuda over the next few days and through the weekend. So, as we've been saying throughout the show, if you do have friends or family in Bermuda, please give them a call and make sure that they are either evacuating or taking the proper precautions. Really, let's take another close-up on Gonzalo, a really well-defined eye through its entire life cycle. We have these really darker shades of orange, which indicate those really high and cold cloud tops as well, and it's just really a buzzsaw, very similar to Hurricane Andrew that we did have back in 1993. Many of you know Hurricane Andrew, and this is kind of its bigger brother, if you want to call it that. Hurricane Gonzalo. Here's Bermuda up here, and here's the cold front, which will be steering it in towards the out to sea over Bermuda at the same time. Visible satellite up until the 6 o'clock hour. It does look like this. You can really see the pinwheel shape, as well as that cold front, which will be the key feature in moving Gonzalo up and over Bermuda over the next couple of days. The cone does look like this, and the current conditions of Gonzalo, it's northeast at 8, winds 145 miles per hour with gusts up to 173. So here's the cone. It does take it right over the island of Bermuda. So Bermuda, you're going to be bearing the brunt of this system, and then it'll be back up and out to sea. So hurricane season, to wrap up here, we've had really not that busy of a hurricane season, but Hurricane Gonzalo is our strongest hurricane that we've had this year. But one thing that we do have worth noting is Tropical Storm Anna out in the Pacific, which we do need to give a shout out to our friends in the Hawaiian Islands, because Hawaii could be bearing the brunt of a possible hurricane. We have tropical storm watches currently posted for the big island of Oahu in Hawaii, and that cone does bring it up and into those islands. So if you do have friends in Hawaii as well, make sure that they are prepared for anything that comes their way, because we do not see this very often, a storm coming into the Hawaiian Islands. So, Paxton, Zach, what else do we have going on here?
Well, going off what you were saying about Tropical Storm Anna, Hawaii is actually in a tropical storm warning or warning. Watch right now. There's so many warnings out there.
There are quite a lot of warnings. Anna is expected to become a Category 1 hurricane, though, and have its aim for Oahu.
So that watch might turn into a warning, which then might turn into a hurricane warning.
Yes,
so
see, you're connecting them all together. No, Anna is, in fact, expected to become a Category 1 hurricane over the next 24 to 36 hours. And this is probably going to be, it has the potential anyway, to become a landfalling hurricane on the state of Hawaii.
Hopefully it doesn't make landfall for them, since they are such a tiny little island with such a great big storm.
And this would be the second one this year. Hawaii never gets hurricanes.
Pacific doesn't really get that many hurricanes as they have this year.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but
stuff.
You know what? We aren't getting hurricanes in this last local.
Oh, that's fantastic.
In this last local, 89 is that almanac. Let's take a look back out to the wall. It says 89 was today's high temperature of the almanac. 81 is our average, and 50 is our low as of this morning. So it is rather cool mornings and a rapid warm-up, but we are also looking at that to continue over the next few days. 78 in Tallahassee, 79 in Quincy, 79 in Bainbridge, and 74 in Monticello. So 70s across the region. We're looking at a clean sweep of the 70s across the area. And all these temperatures are going to go down over the next few hours. We're looking at temperatures possibly reaching the low 40s in some inland locations. Our dew points, though, This is an indicator of how much moisture is in the atmosphere, and I'm telling you right now, the lower the number, the drier it is. 40s are perfect indicators of dry air. 44 in Tallahassee, 47 in St. Mark's, 49 in Carabel, 51 there in Apalachicola. Makes sense, they're closer to the coast, more water vapor content in their atmosphere. But it is pretty dry. If you walk outside, you aren't going to be feeling all that muggy conditions. And here's another reason why there's no rain on the radar. No rain at all, no clouds at all. It's been a beautiful sunny day, and that's going to continue over the next few days. In fact, over the next 7 days, we'll see that in our 7-day in just a second. Taking a wider location of the radar, it's basically the same thing across the southeast. Just a few minor clouds across the state of Georgia near Savannah and Augusta, also near Wilmington, North Carolina. But the only big clouds we were talking about, that remnants of the cold front that is swept off over the past day, and we aren't dealing with any more of that severe weather. Boston, however, is dealing with just a little more of that severe weather. High pressure going to be dominating over the next few days, pushing off while another one comes down. And when that next one does come down, well, we're going to begin to see some more gradual warming. We're looking at the low 80s tomorrow, possibly low to mid 80s by next week as well, and plenty of that big yellow ball of sunshine over the next few days. 49 degrees tonight, cool, calm, clear, take a jacket. Calm is our main word. We're looking at very calm winds over tonight and even tomorrow. West wind at 5 miles an hour, 80 degrees, super sunny, a beautiful, beautiful day. Here is your planner, your Friday planner. I'm sorry, I can't speak today. We're looking at clear sunny conditions, 49, 74 at lunchtime, and 80. What a beautiful afternoon. So it is going to be quite an amazing weekend.
I'm so excited for this weather for this weekend because we have Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, number
So,
5.
Not only are our temperatures winning, Seminoles are going to be winning too.
Temperatures winning. Well, we better hope. We better hope.
Oh, no, come on.
Oh, come on. Now, number 2, Florida State. Number 5, Notre Dame, Fighting Irish. This is a game everybody's been waiting for. It sold out over a year ago to the general public.
I can't believe that, and we're so lucky to have game day coming back for us, and
second time.
And also the weather is going to be cooperating with us as well.
Exactly, and not only for this weekend, but also for into next week and possibly even into next weekend. Now that's a ways out, but you know, wishful thinking, especially wishful thinking as we look at that 7-day forecast. Sunny skies every single day.
And 0% chances of rain for the next 7 days. I don't remember the last time we saw something like that. And we also have beautiful lows into the low to mid 50s.
I love those lows.
I do too.
I love those lows.
Even these highs, I really love these highs as well.
I like the highs as well. Hey, check us out on Facebook or Twitter at FSU Weather. You can watch us on live stream at FSU Weather anytime. And also, brand new, we got an Instagram. Check us out at FSU Weather. You know that as well.
I'm following FSU Weather.
I'm following them.
So you guys can send your pictures as well, so we can show them
I'm
on the show.
I'm gonna send some photos for this weekend. But until then, I'm student meteorologist at Covey.
And I'm student meteorologist Paxton Fell.
Have a good one.